because it's a big deal. What is the religion issue? It would be this. When I say religion, we don't all say, yeah, that's great, cool, right? A lot of people have a reaction to that word. There's a lot of negative reaction to that, and there's a good reason for that. All kinds of negative things associated with religions. Obviously, wars, killings, especially right now, those are prominent. They're all over the news, but there's internal issues too. There are all kinds of scandals, abuse, all this stuff. So what you're probably saying is how you take religions and put them together. It doesn't seem like heaven to me. So how is that a heavenly thing? And to get at that, we've got to talk about what heaven is in the first place. Now, as Swedenborg describes it, heaven and hell are not just places, they're states of mind. And if you can realize that, it makes the rest of it make a lot more sense. But if that still doesn't make sense, we can turn to the place we always turn to when things get confusing or scary, and that is to a pie chart. So we have a pie chart here, and this is how some people want to break up the world. You say, oh, well, there's Christians, and there's Muslims, and there's non-religious people, and so on and so on. But really, that's not a good way to break it up. A more accurate way would be this. I talked about there's a heavenly mindset and a hellish mindset, and we labeled it with these trite words, nice and mean. So I would argue, and the crux of the show is that you look at the left column, nice Christians, nice Muslims, nice non-religious people have more in common than nice Christians and mean Christians have in common. So if you break the world up like that, into the heavenly mindset within all these different groups and the hellish mindset within all these different groups, then you start to get a more accurate dividing line. I'm going to give another even more superficial example, web commenting. So web commenting is this thing, you guys are probably familiar with it, where you go and you can write little comments on things. And it can be a really good thing. I've always appreciated the quality of the comments that we get here, but it can also be a really negative thing. Across the web, people get bullied. There's so much negativity. The more anonymous it is, the worse it. Just go on the web. You're on the web right now. You know what I'm talking about. However, it can be a really cool thing too, and it's because you can come at the web commenting from completely different areas. You see on the top, there can be things inside you that drive you to web comment. You can be coming from a desire to listen, learn, form relationships, and offer helpful commentary. Or, if you look on the bottom, you can be coming at the web comments from a desire to criticize, belittle, disrupt conversation, or force compliance. These are polar opposites, but they meet in the middle, which is web commenting. And what we were positing here is that the same thing can apply to religions. So you can be coming at those with these things that are really night and day. And we're talking here about how religions coexist in heaven, meaning the mindset of heaven as well as heaven as you'd really think of heaven. So if you think about that, we can talk about the hell side of things later, but if you think about it broken down like that, think of somebody who's all these different traditions and someone who's really nice, empathetic, enlightened, open-minded from each of these. Think of those all together in a room. And don't you think they could vibe pretty well?